Parts of a triangular bandage. During emergency response, bandages are commonly used. These are explicitly designed to limit the movement of an injured limb of a victim. There are two types of bandages: the triangular bandage and the elastic bandage. The triangular bandage, also called cravat, has four parts, namely the face, the base, the end, and the most important part, the apex. Always remember the apex as a point of reference when applying the triangular bandage. Triangular bandage folds. Triangular bandage can be folded in several ways to form sizes and shapes appropriate for body parts to be bandaged. Triangular bandage that is not folded is called the open face. The triangular bandage, folded at the middle, with the apex and the middle of the base meeting, forms the broad cravat. When the broad cravat is folded once more, by holding on to the apex and the middle side of the triangular bandage, a semi-broad cravat is formed. Folding the semi-broad cravat once more will form the narrow cravat. You have just seen the steps on how to fold the triangular bandage. How to make and release a square knot. The general rules in making a square knot is right over left, then left over right. Let us follow the 3 steps. Step 1. Simply put the right end of the triangular bandage on top of the left end and make a knot. Step 2. Put the left end of the triangular bandage on top of the right end and make a knot, then pull both ends to tighten. To release, simply pull the left end of the knot towards the right and then hold the knot and pull either sides of the triangular bandage out of the knot. You have just seen the 3 steps on how to make and release the square knot. Bandage donut. A bandage donut can be prepared using a single triangular bandage following these 2 steps. Step 1. Holding one end of the triangular bandage, roll it several times around one hand until reaching the midpoint, leaving a hole at the center. Step 2. At the midway the circle formation, hold the loose end of the triangular bandage and in spiral motion, wrap the circle until a donut secured on all sides is formed. A bandage donut is used to hold an impaled object in place. The size of the hole corresponds to the circumference of the impaled object that must be stabilized. You have just seen the 2 steps on how to make a bandage donut. Bandaging a wound on the lateral neck. Step 1. Apply and secure a dressing on top of the wound. Step 2. Place the apex of a narrow bandage on top of the wound covering the dressing. Step 3. Run the bandage across the shoulders. Step 4. Apply pads on the armpit. Step 5. Cross the bandage until it reaches the opposite sides of the armpit. Step 6. Make a square knot on the arm and insert loose ends. You have just seen the 6 steps in bandaging a wound on lateral neck. Wound on the shoulder. The bandaging on the shoulder is necessary to control bleeding and to keep the dressing in place for the protection of the wound. Step 1. Apply and secure a dressing on the wound. Step 2. Using a semi-broad cravat, place one end on the chest opposite the injured shoulder and run it across the chest, covering the wound. Step 3. Place a pad at the armpit. Step 4. Wrap the injured shoulder with the second layer of bandage. Step 5. Run the remaining end of the cravat across the back going to the opposite armpit. Step 6. Make a square knot in the anterior chest and insert loose ends. A similar technique can be used in bandaging wound on the hip. Additional bandage can be used if ends do not meet. You have just seen the 6 steps in bandaging the wound on the shoulder. Wound on the forearm. Step 1. Place and secure a dressing on the wound and apply pressure. Step 2. Apply a narrow cravat diagonally on the wound with the apex as a point of reference. Step 3. Roll the distal end of the bandage, alternate with the proximal side going towards the center. Step 4. Make a square knot on top of the wound. Insert loose ends. You have just seen the 4 steps in bandaging a wound in the forearm. Wound on the arm. This technique applies the spiral method of bandaging. Step 1. Place and secure a dressing on the wound. Step 2. Using a narrow cravat, apply the apex part on top of the wound. Step 3. Pull both ends of the cravat and crisscross. Step 4. Wrap around ends of the cravat one at a time in opposite directions, leaving an allowance for making a square knot. Step 5. Make a square knot positioned diagonally on top of the injured area for additional pressure. Insert loose ends. You have just seen the 5 steps in bandaging the arm with wound. Wound on the elbow, straight. This technique applies the spiral method of bandaging. Step 1. Apply and secure a dressing on the wound. Step 2. Using a narrow cravat, apply the apex part on top of the wound. Step 3. Pull both ends of the cravat and crisscross. Step 4. Wrap around ends of the cravat one at a time in opposite directions, leaving an allowance for making a square knot. Step 5. Make a square knot positioned diagonally on top of the injured area for additional pressure. Insert loose ends. Specifically, the method can be used for wound of the arm and forearm using narrow cravat, and thigh, straight knee, and leg using semi-broad cravat. The same steps apply for wound on the forearm. You have just seen the 5 steps in bandaging the wound on the elbow in straight position.
And that's all. Thank you for watching.